The ad had promised quiet, affordable living. After months of heartbreak and bills piling up, Emily Carter took it without a second thought. Portland's rain always made everything look lonely, but her new apartment felt emptier than most. The landlord, Mr. Holbrook, smiled too wide when he handed her the keys. "You'll like it here," he said. "Just don't move the mattress. It's custom." That night, the wind whistled through the cracks, and the floor creaked as if someone walked just beneath her. Emily brushed it off, exhaustion wrapping around her like a blanket. But when her phone slid off the bed and clattered to the floor, she leaned down and swore she saw fingers retreating into the shadows beneath her mattress. By the third night, the noises had rhythm. A faint scratching that began exactly at 3 a.m. Emily, her nerves fraying, set her phone to record as she tried to sleep. When she played it back in the morning, she froze. The audio wasn't just scratching, it was breathing. Deep, slow, human breathing. Her best friend Marcus, who ran a true crime podcast, found it fascinating. "Could be a stalker case," he said eagerly, diving into old records. What he found made Emily's stomach turn. 2 years ago, a college girl had gone missing from that same unit, last seen dragging a mattress to the curb. Emily decided to confront her fear. She tore the sheets off and flipped the mattress, gasping when she saw a slit crudely sewn shut with human hair. Her hands shook as she cut the threads open. Inside were scraps of paper with her full name written repeatedly, along with Polaroids of her sleeping, taken from above. The police arrived, checked the apartment, and left after finding nothing unusual. "Probably an ex or prank," the officer said. That night, as Emily sat trembling in her bed, she heard the same low breathing again. Only this time, it whispered from beneath her, "You shouldn't have looked." Marcus didn't answer her calls the next day. He'd promised to come by and install cameras in her room for evidence. When Emily checked her inbox, she found a file he'd sent, labeled "Don't Open Alone." The video showed Marcus kneeling beside her bed, lifting the mattress, and suddenly jerking back as something dark and fast lunged from underneath. The feed cut to static. Emily stared at the frozen frame of his face, eyes wide in terror. Her reflection in the laptop screen shifted. It smiled before she did. From somewhere behind her, the faint creak of the bed sounded again, as though someone had crawled back into place. Desperate for answers, Emily confronted Mr. Holbrook. The old landlord's hands trembled as he poured whiskey into a chipped glass. "You weren't supposed to stay there alone," he muttered. "That room was sealed for a reason." He told her about a homeless man who used to live in the building's walls, sneaking through vents, sleeping under tenants' beds, watching them at night. "We thought he died when the old basement burned," Holbrook whispered, eyes darting to the floorboards. "But sometimes I still hear him moving in the ducts." Emily realized with horror that her apartment's vents always blew cold air from beneath her bed. The sound wasn't the wind. It was breathing. The temperature dropped every night after that. Her cameras captured movement only under the bed, faint shifting, a pale arm dragging across the floor. Emily fled to Marcus's place, locking the door and collapsing in tears. But when she lifted his blanket to lie down, her stomach turned to ice. The mattress was flipped upside down, slid open just like hers. Something inside twitched. The air filled with that same slow breathing. And from the darkness beneath, a voice whispered, "You shouldn't have left me." The next morning, news spread across Oregon. Multiple disappearances, all young tenants living in old Holbrook properties. FBI agents uncovered a network of tunnels beneath the city, connecting the basements to bedroom floors. Inside one tunnel, they found mattresses lined up like coffins, each with a slit underneath. Some still warm. Emily watched the report, her heart pounding as the anchor mentioned that one victim's voice had been recorded whispering through air vents in several buildings. She recognized it instantly. It was Marcus. Emily left Portland that night, driving until exhaustion forced her to stop at a roadside motel. She set her phone to record one final message. "If anyone finds this," she whispered, "don't sleep near the floor." The video flickered as she placed the phone on the nightstand. In the reflection of the mirror, a shadow moved under the bed, slowly rising. The frame tilted, the phone sliding off the table and landing on the carpet. Lens pointed directly at the mattress. Two eyes glimmered in the darkness, unblinking, smiling. The screen cut to black. The only sound left was breathing.